What's up, travellers? Welcome back to another video here on this channel. SJ Aviation HQ coming out with another video for you guys. Today we have the model review of the American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER by NG Models. This model was released a few months ago now, quite a while ago. I will leave the release at the bottom of the screen right about now for you guys, just letting you guys know when this was released. Before we go any further into today's video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to show your support moving forward. And of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, if you like the content of model plane reviews, airport updates, model unboxings and other great stuff involving the hobby of model collecting, go ahead and give this video, the channel a subscribe, and of course ding that bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified when videos go live on the channel. I have a great array of videos coming up very soon, including the model review of the C5 Galaxy by Gemini 200 in a massive model. I have the model review of the ITA Airways A350-900 by Aviation 400 and other great videos coming very soon. And of course, I should mention another airport update coming very soon. I think it's number 21 for the series, not too sure, but that is coming very soon. As you can see, there are some aircraft scattered around the airport. As you can see, the Bravo concourse there. They will be featuring in the airport update for you guys. So do come along, stick around, and hopefully I'll see your support moving forward. Going ahead into this video, before checking out the box you can see in front of you guys, I'm going to read out some information about American Airlines as an airline and some brief information about this particular airframe. So founded on April the 15th, 1926, American Airlines is a major US-based airline headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas. It is the world's largest airline when measured by fleet size, scheduled passengers carried, and revenue per passenger mile. Together with their regional partners and affiliate airlines, American Airlines operates an extensive international and domestic network with almost 6,800 flights per day to nearly 350 destinations across 48 countries worldwide. According to planespotters.net, American Airlines has an aircraft fleet consisting of a staggering 951 aircraft, including 67 Boeing 777s in their fleet, which of course includes 47 of the 777-200ERs and 20 of the 777-300ERs. On February the 1st, 1999, American Airlines was one of the founding members of the One World Alliance, alongside the likes of British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Canadian Airlines International, and Australian flag carrier Qantas. Going into some information about this aircraft now. This aircraft's MSN number, or manufacturer serial number, is 29582. This aircraft was the 215th Boeing 777 to roll off the production line for Boeing. This aircraft here is a Boeing 777-200ER, or a 223ER, because 23 is the Boeing customer code for American Airlines. This aircraft performed its first flight on May the 4th, 1999. As of today, at the date of recording, this aircraft is 24.3 years old. This aircraft was built and produced at Everett Painfield, just north of Seattle, and this airframe is currently active on the network for American Airlines. The aircraft's registration that we're looking at today, as stated on the box in front of you guys, is November 776 Alpha November, so November 776 Alpha November. Again, this aircraft is a Boeing 777-200ER or 223ER. This aircraft was delivered to American Airlines on May the 18th, 1999. This aircraft is equipped with two Rolls-Royce Trent 8902 engines. This aircraft has the fleet number of 7 Alpha Golf. I'm not too sure what that means. If any of you guys are knowledgeable about American Airlines and the fleet numbers, do let me know what that means. 7 Alpha Golf. Not too sure what it means, so do let me know in the comment section below. This aircraft was stored at Mobile Downtown Airport in Alabama between March the 23rd and August 21st of 2020. Of course, probably stored during the pandemic before it was put on the network again. So that's the information out of the way. So let's go ahead and check out this box. Here we have another one of NG Models' awesome box designs. Here we have on the top corner, or top left corner, we have the Boeing 777-200 titles. Do note that this is a -200ER, so it's not a standard 200 variant. So here we go. Here is the 2D rendering of the American Airlines 777, looking absolutely fantastic indeed. And of course, as you can see in the background, we can just make out the emblem of American Airlines. It does look very, very cool in my opinion. Here we have the American Airlines logo and the registration below that, November 776 Alpha November. Here we have where it has the Boeing licensing, very cool. And down here we have the NG Models logo and the 1/5 scale die-cast metal titles there. Here we have the American 777 again. Some more details there of the aircraft type, the registration, and the NG Models logo. And there we have the barcode and the item number there, very cool. On the side, the 777-200ER or 200 titles there, and the NG Models logo in blue. And then we have the American Airlines logo there, and some other details as well, very cool. This side is identical to the other side, apart from this one being in blue and not red. Very cool. And here's the other side of or identical to the other side as well. On the back panel, the NG Models logo on the top left corner. And then here we have the American Airlines 2D rendering of the 777-200ER, looking very, very cool. I do notice that 7 Alpha Golf is just below the registration there, so perhaps that's part of the fleet number, or what the fleet number means. Here we have the social handles for NG Models, their Facebook and their Instagram. Go ahead and check them out, and of course their website as well. Here we have the barcode and the warning information, and then where it was made, of course, in China, because NG Models based in China. One thing I don't quite understand about this style of box is how NG Models puts like this isobar type thing on their boxes. This was not too sure when this was released off the top of my head. Again, it would have been at the beginning of the video. But I didn't actually quite like the messiness. It looked quite tacky in my opinion when I saw this box design. It's also the same as like my EVA-9 that was 787-9 that was recently released. The Star Alliance 787-10 for EVA as well. I had a recent one by the Bonza Max 8 that was recently right in my collection that had that little isobar thing on it as well. I guess it's something to do with their style that they're trying to persist on, but I guess in my opinion it does make the box look a bit tacky when it's noticeable. But otherwise, not too bad, the box design. Go ahead and check out the model review I did of the American Airlines 777-300ER by Gemini Jets in the top right corner right about now. Go ahead and check that out. But that would do it for this portion of the video, the reading out of the information of the airline and the aircraft and the showcasing of the box. Let's go ahead and check out the model. And here is the absolutely stunning American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER by NG Models, looking absolutely fantastic indeed, as you can see on the screen now. In this portion of the video, I'm going to be showcasing the model up close to the camera so you guys can see all the details on this model. I'll be giving you some information along the way about what each of the components do in the event of a flight, etc. So let's go ahead and dive in straight into the review of this model. First and foremost, going to be zooming in to the model for you guys. Hopefully the focusing can work in this video opposed to a few of my last videos. Here we have at the front portion of the aircraft, we have the nose portion. In the middle of the shot you can see is the nose cone, and inside that is a component called the weather radar. Now, the weather radar is used to detect storms along the flight path of a flight to give the pilots a visual indication of rainfall intensity and the possibility of turbulence ahead of them. This enables the crew to navigate around any potential hazardous areas along the flight path that they've assigned for the flight. As you can see, the colour of the nose cone is different to the colour of the fuselage, which I think is quite interesting. I didn't actually notice this until maybe a few days after I received the model, so it is quite interesting to know that. Also the same as the nose cone on the National Airlines 747-200 freighter by Gemini jets. The nose cone is different to the colour of the fuselage. If you want to check out that model review, go ahead and check it out in the top right corner right about now. Now in this portion of the aircraft, we can see is the windows there and the window wipers there. Very cool. I do like the mould of the 777 by NG Models. I do also have the British Airways 777-200ER. If you would like to see the model review I did of that model, go ahead and check it out in the top right corner in a few minutes or so. In the middle of the shot, we can just make out the angle of attack sensor, just in the middle of the shot, just there. That is used to offer the visual indication of the amount of lift of the wings are generating at a given airspeed or angle of bank. And also you can just make out there at the bottom of the aircraft, just above the outline of the landing gear, the nose gear door, we can just make out the pitot tube that is used to measure fluid flow velocity for the flight. And just here we can make out the nose gear. As you can see, it does roll. Very cool. And there's the tail number, I believe it is, of this aircraft, 7 Alpha Golf. It is also below the registration. I do apologise if you can hear any of the traffic in the background. It is rush hour here at the moment, so do apologise for that. Here is the L1 boarding door, one of the two main boarding doors on this aircraft. And then we see the One World logo there. I think there's also one beside the L2 door, just there. We can see the E of American. You can just make it out there in the middle of the shot. Of course, American Airlines was one of the founding members of the One World Alliance, alongside Qantas, Canadian Airlines International, British Airways, and Cathay Pacific on February the 1st, 1999. Here is the billboard titles, and of course the Falcon, or I think it's the Eagle. Not too sure if it's an eagle or a falcon. Anyways, it's the logo type of the airline American. I do quite like it. I do like the titles on the 777. Does look quite nice, especially the 200ER. Now the 200ER isn't too long for the titles to be to fit nicely. But of course, here is the L2 boarding door, the other one of the two main boarding doors on this aircraft. And just here we can see the pedostatic system that is used to determine an aircraft's airspeed, Mach number, altitude and altitude trend while in flight. Very cool indeed. And then on top of the aircraft here we can see the SATCOM, or the Wi-Fi box that provides the IFE. Of course, IFE is the abbreviation for in-flight entertainment. That is of course seen behind each of the seats on the aircraft. That is assuming that the aircraft has IFE. If not, the Wi-Fi box wouldn't be on the top of the aircraft. Here is something that you don't really see on NG Models wide bodies these days, and that of course is a beacon light on the top of the fuselage. The 787s, A330s, even the 350s don't seem to have beacon lights on the top of the aircraft, which is actually quite interesting, because of course you would expect the beacon light to be on top of the top of the top of the fuselage, as it of course is a monumental, important feature of an aircraft. Of course, that is on the bottom of the aircraft, which we'll see in a moment. Here, of course, is besides the SATCOM, we have the first antenna on the top of the fuselage. There's another little SATCOM there, just there. It does pop out of the fuselage, which is actually quite a nice detail, same as this one here. You can see it is a 3D SATCOM. Very cool. Here we have in the middle of the shot, just trying to get the best angle of it. We can see the wing light that is used when the aircraft is on the runway in the event of either departing the airport or landing into an airport. That is the requirements in flight is, I believe it is between 0 and 10,000 feet. This light is meant to be turned on, as of course it does provide visual indication to any other aircraft in, the pilots of any other aircraft in the vicinity of the airfield. Of course, they would have the ATC to help them out as well. Here we have this size engine, very cool indeed. Of course, this is the Rolls-Royce Trent 800 engines. Of course, 892 engines. As you can see, they do look really nice. The interior of the fan blade there looking very cool. You can just make out the vortex generator on the inlet of the aircraft, or the engine's nacelle there. Very, very cool. And of course, here are some nice details on the side of the engine. Very nice indeed. This aircraft is troublesome to focus on, as of course it is the same similar color to the airport mat that's in the background of the video, as you can see. But the engine does look very, very cool indeed. Here are the landing gear of this 777. Of course, the tri-bogie of the 777. Of course, these gears are fixed to the landing gear strut. They don't tilt or anything like the Aviation 400 or JC wings, but they are very nice. There is that beacon light on the bottom of the fuselage and the stand hull. We'll see more of the underbelly soon in this video. Moving down the wing, it does look very cool. All the detail of the wing, of course, the black outline of where, I'm not too sure what the outline is for. I guess it's just the bordering of where the flaps and the slats are. Here at the end of the wing here, we can just make out the red navigation light. Very nice indeed. Do note that this is also a good indication of, the identifying whether this aircraft is a 200ER or a 200LR, because the LR variant has the raked wingtip like the 300ER. Of course, the stock standard non-ER 300 variant doesn't have the raked wingtips, even though it is the 300ER is quite mistaken in terms of that naming these days. Of course, the 300 variant isn't exactly operating around the world these days. I think only Singapore Airlines or Korean Air operate them now. But of course, this is a 200ER, just to give that sort of help there, if that helped or not. But anyway, here is the L3 boarding door. It's not really a boarding door, my bad. It is more an emergency exit door. Of course, the emergency slide would fold out of the aircraft, and of course that would help the passengers to evacuate the aircraft. There are some sort of air vents on the fairing of the wing there. Of course, the fairing, of course, is the joining of the fuselage and the wing. Here is the registration of the aircraft. If I can just get the video to focus, there we go. Of course, the registration, of course, November 776 Alpha November. The tail number is also below the registration there, Alpha 7 Alpha Golf. And then the flag of the United States of America is to the left of both of them. Very cool. There is a antenna on the bottom of the fuselage there. Very nice. And of course, here is the L4 door on this aircraft. Can be used as a boarding door when disembarking or embarking the aircraft via the apron of an airport. Very nice indeed. And then we get to probably my favourite part of the American Airlines livery. That, of course, being the stylized US flag on the tail fin. Does look very, very cool. I do like how engine models have put a lot of detail in terms of the livery. I do love this livery a lot better in my opinion than the chrome livery that was before this livery. Does look very, very nice, especially on the 787s. Everyone should know by now, I am pretty biased when it comes to the 787s. Very, very much a fanboy of the 787. Um, Here on the elevator here, we can just make out the tail light just there in the middle of the shot. That is used to provide some light onto the tail fin during night operations to give the ATC a visual indication of who the airline or the operator is of the aircraft. In this case, it would be American Airlines. It can also be, it can help as a marketing tool to anyone within or around an airfield to kind of help them out. Oh, we should fly that airline or something, like that. Also can help a visual indication to any of the pilots in the vicinity of an airfield as well, just to help them out in terms of knowing where the aircraft is. Here we have the APU, and of course the wedge shape of the APU. That is also a good indication of whether this aircraft is a 777 or not. Only the 777 have the wedge shaped APU, of course, no matter what variant it is, ranging from the 200ER to the -9X these days. And only the outlet of the APU is also on this side of the APU, which we'll see in a moment. Let's have a look at the other side of the aircraft and see the differences. Of course, this side is known, the doors are known as the R doors, so of course R standing for right, and of course the other side is the left hand side. That's why they're known as the L1 to L4 doors. On this side of the aircraft, we have if I can just get it to focus, there we go, the forward baggage compartment on this end of the fuselage. At the rear of the fuselage, we can make out the back, the rear baggage compartment, and of course there's another one just below the registration there. Very cool. That little red outline there is where the ram air turbine would be, because that abbreviated as the RAT. That is used during the testing of the aircraft. Of course, when this aircraft was being tested by Boeing before the delivery of the the aircraft to American Airlines, of course that little propeller thing would be present below the aircraft, giving assistance to the engine in case they failed. Very interesting indeed. On this end of the wing, if I can just get it to focus, it is a little bit difficult in terms of showcasing the wing. There we go. That worked out nicely. We have the green navigation light. Very nice indeed. And of course, as I mentioned, the outlet of the APU is present on the other side and not this side. Very cool indeed. On the belly of the aircraft, we can see that's another good indication whether this aircraft is on the ground or not, giving the airport workers a good indication of what variant this aircraft is. Of course, 77-2, a good indication that this is a 777-200ER, not a 300ER. Here is the outlet, the outlining of where the landing gear doors are. Of course, it's the nose gear door. That, of course, is where the aircraft's gears would fold into once the aircraft has departed an airfield. Nice details on the belly of the fuselage. It is very, very detailed, as you can see. All the little knickknacks and everything, and the outlines of where everything would be. Very cool. There is some of the air vents. I think that these are air vents. I'm not terribly sure, but they are absolutely detailed as heck. Very nice. I love the mould. As you can see, the mould is effortlessly put into the model. There is the stand hole, and of course the beacon light. Very, very nice. Of course, we have the underside of the engine here. Unbelievably detailed. For a 400 scale model, it is outstanding, isn't it? And of course the underside of the wing, very nice. And of course the landing gear registration should be underneath the wing, but it's not in this case. Very nice. Very, very nice model. There at the end of the aircraft, you can see the entryway to the APU. Very, very nice model. Would definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking to get this model. Quite outstanding. So that will do it for the model review part of the video. I do hope you enjoyed that. Apart from all the focusing issues that I had in this video, and of course this the background noise, if you can hear the traffic, that is. If you did enjoy what you saw, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and of course ding that bell icon to be notified when videos go live on this channel. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do have a good lineup of videos coming up very soon. I have recently acquired some new models, including the ITA Airways A350-900 by Aviation 400. I will be doing a model review of that one very soon for this channel. And of course the likes of the, let's say, the Air Greenland A330-800neo by JC Wings. That was also a recent acquirement for my, or acquisition I should say, for my model collection. And of course the maybe the Bonza. Let's do the Bonza Max 8 by NG Models, the first release. And of course I do have the model review of the massive C5 Galaxy by Gemini 200. That will probably be one of my next model reviews, I would say, but I should say that it's going to take some working around how to do the model review of that one, because I don't really do, or I haven't really done model reviews of large models on this channel before. So it's going to do some navigating around that video. I also have an airport update coming in very soon, so and of course that will be in the 21st airport update coming on this channel very soon. So do stick around, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see your support moving forward on this channel in the future. If you would like to go ahead and support me on my Instagram page, go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now. That will take you over to my Instagram page for Ashton International Airport. As you can see, the airport map is in the background. If you would like to see all the ins and outs of the airport, whether it is the information of new services, the next, all the model pictures you can see on that account as well, and of course all the updates, whether it's about the website or anything like that, go ahead and check it out on Instagram. That of course is the main place to go. But if you would like to check out all of the other social media channels that I have on the internet, whether it is the X account or Twitter, the new Instagram Threads account, Facebook, the website, Patreon, etc., go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now to be led to my Linktree account. That will lead you to all of the links that I have floating around the social realm of the internet. I'd love to see your support on those channels. But that will do it for today's video. Thank you very much for coming along and checking this video out, tuning in for this video. And yeah, if you would like to see more content like this on this channel, go ahead and check out the left hand side. Soon enough, that will be my most recent video on this channel. On the right hand side would be the full playlist of model reviews I've done so far on this channel. In the middle is where you can subscribe. But until next time guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.